What's happening, everybody? Top of the morning. I'm out here with my good friend Brett Stone, VBIF, Virginia Beach Inshore Fishing. You guys know, here in the southeastern Virginia Beach area, and actually kind of like the whole inshore area or bay and ocean. It's an awesome Facebook page Brett does, and you guys check this out. We're out here, kind of first light, sun's just coming up, and we're trying to get on. Today's goal is like a early spring, late winter speckled trout, redfish, maybe striper bite. That's kind of like our wintertime, springtime slam. Redfish, speckled trout, and striper. So today, that's what we're gonna do, just kind of poke around here, some of our local waters, and try and figure out where these dang fishies are at and put together a little pattern, and also kind of show you guys what we're doing along the way, help you guys catch these fish. And you guys, I've just missed doing these fishing videos. Brett and I were just talking about it. It's kind of nice sometimes to take a few weeks off from fishing, because now it's about to fire up. I mean, it's been good. Winter's always good fishing, but now with this warmer weather, and we've got like an early spring, we all know it's crazy, everything's blooming super early. They've actually even been catching big drum off the beach in the Outer Banks already. It's crazy. So you guys, we're just really excited to get this fishing season. I mean, it's always fishing season, but we're excited to get the real fishing season. We get the warm weather and everything going, and you guys, just really excited to get back out here on the water, do these videos, and show you guys how to catch these dang fish, hopefully. Yeah, so I'll put the trolling motor on. Actually, let's go up. I just saw there's bait up there.
I see that.
That's where we want to go.
All right.
Dang, there's some bait all around in here. What we've done is we're kind of targeting these creeks with deeper water, still kind of in that wintertime pattern. But these fish, with this water temp starting to warm up, are probably gonna be in some of these more shallow areas too. Always a good sign when you see like cormorants back in here. There's like a whole army of cormorants. Dude, we're in like over 10 foot of water right now. I like the 18 because I feel like it's just more versatile.
I agree.
Because you can still fish it shallow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, son.
Look at that. Nice, man.
Right at the boat. That's a keeper too. All right.
He's definitely silky.
Thanks, dog. Dang, that's not a bad one. You guys, there it is. Pretty much first like 10 minutes back here. We have, that was actually my second cast. Nice little keeper speckled trout on the MR18. Just these grass lines right here. It's like 10 feet of water right there. Dang. Oh, this is awesome. All right, y'all, there it is. First fish.
You keeping them?
Nah, I'm gonna let them go, unless you want them. CNR, baby. Oh, son. Son.
That's a red.
Is that a red? All right, y'all, second fish. What is this? It is a red. It's a little redfish.
Pliers.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all, second fish, red. Dang, we're species number 2. That wintertime slam. All right, y'all, so this creek is just ideal. Well, this flat is right here. So yeah, so it's like 10 feet out here, and this flat's like dead high tide. We actually have a full moon, and driving here this morning, you know, when it's like dark, moon was just super bright, and I don't know, there's a lot of different opinions on the moon and, you know, what it can do for the bite. Some people do not like to fish early morning after a full moon because they say that the fish feed at night, all night during a full moon. these fish are pretty dang active. I am in the belief that just go out fishing whenever you can. I do pay attention to the moon a little bit, but not to where it kind of dictates when I fish. Because right now, we're having a pretty solid start to our day, and a lot of people would not be out here right now, or they'd wait to say, oh, start fishing around lunchtime after, this fish ate all night, and they're typically not going to feed in the morning. All right, y'all, I don't know if I got this on film or not, but I did just catch a pretty nice speckled trout up here in this creek that we're fishing. And the tide slacked up and finally started moving again. And now we're on, this is a healthy trout. Dang, that is a stud. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I'll tell you, Brett, if you want to go back where we started with the high water, I bet you we would catch.
yeah, we can. I'm down to do that.
Son,
Well,
son,
maybe not. Maybe we ought to
son,
stay here.
that's a nice one. All right, y'all, we hooked up. That's a nice one. Got a nice trout. Ooh, look at that, Billy Big Mouth. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude.
Dude, that looks like a nice one.
Yeah. Please stay on. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, maybe we will stay here. Woo! All right, y'all. So it's kind of slowed up a little bit. Slack tide. Then I had GoPro issues. So I think y'all saw I caught a nice trout, but I don't think I got when I caught it on film. But did just catch a decent speckler trout. The tide got moving again. We changed our spot, and actually not a bad day so far. So that will work right there. Beautiful speckler trout. But yeah, we're just actually working like kind of off the grass line. Tide's moving. Got an outgoing tide. We're gonna let this guy go. Catch and release, baby. All right, y'all. So definitely solid day, especially for like early spring, late winter. It's just really tough. Honestly, some of these days can be like just all time. You get into a school of drum. Fish are a little bit more schooled up this time of year. They're starting to get onto the move. So they're starting to get on the move. A lot of our fish kind of push out of the back of a lot of these creeks, and they're starting to just really just get onto the move. When that water temp right now, it's like mid 50s. We get into the 60-degree water temp. It's pretty cool. At least in my fishery, we have a micro migration where these speckled trout move from the lower part of the bay, like here in Virginia Beach and Chesapeake and those areas in the back creeks, and then they move up to the middle upper parts of the bay, and that's where they spawn. It's a really popular spawning ground. I mean, there's trout all around, but the main migration kind of is like the lower part of the bay going to the upper middle part of the bay, Rappahannock and some of those areas. A lot of healthy areas for these trout to spawn, and they're spawning around that kind of like 70-degree water temp, and that's kind of around like late May into June. And so right now they're just getting out of the doldrums of winter, and that water temp gets to the mid 50s, which is where it's at right now, and all these strikes have been pretty aggressive. So when we're working our baits, it's actually a little bit quicker cadence to it. You can actually get away with top water, believe it or not. Sometimes, even when the water temp is this low. We saw this morning when we came out, there was fish busting on the surface. So don't be afraid to throw some top water as well. A lot of people have been getting on these like subsurface Mirrolures. I think it's like a Catch 5000, but it's like a walking bait, like right below the surface. So that's another thing too. But right now we're using the MR18. This is my favorite color. The Mardi Gras. This thing's all jacked up in the net from where the trout just gator rolled. But the Mardi Gras, that's kind of my favorite color. And that's the MR18, it's the Heavydine. Christy calls it the Heavydine. And but I like this one because it's a little bit more versatile because it's got that quicker sink rate to it. So the MR18 is probably my favorite Mirrolure, especially the Mardi Gras color. Yeah, you guys, so this right here, this MR18, the Mardi Gras, this is like my favorite Mirrolure. Like I said, it's pretty versatile. Where we're fishing right here is like 10 feet out here, 4 feet over here. So I'm able to kind of work like all depths, water columns. Does have that quicker sink rate to it. And like I said, the different retrieves that I'm using like this time of year, you can never beat the age-old twitch pause. That's the Mirrolure, you know, the hard plastic bait. That's what everybody knows, twitch pause. But some of the other things that I like to do that I've kind of experimented with is I just let it sink and get it down to depth, and then I'll actually just kind of do like a slow, steady retrieve, just like this, and then I'll add in just a subtle little twitch, I guess. But that right there is a pretty dang effective retrieve. Honestly, for all you kayak anglers, it's pretty similar to when you just start trolling behind your kayak. And I mean, when you're trolling, you're tearing up these speckled trout. Just a really slow, steady troll, slow, steady retrieve. And yeah, so that's pretty much the two methods that I like to use. And sometimes when I'm like really shallow, I'll actually jig it up, almost like a 1/4 ounce soft plastic, kind of like that. And that can tend to give it this type of motion, which the trout find and the redfish find pretty hard to pass up. It's like, oh, okay. But he's this like old, like southern guy. Like,
Really?
yeah. That's a good one.
I saw you get whacked on that one.
All right, y'all. We on a good one. Feels like a keeper. Dang, that trout thump. How big are you? Running right towards the boat. Oh, he's okay. He's all right. Dang, I almost want to keep this guy. Here, I'm gonna just Kevin Van Dam.
Flip him? There you go.
You know? Yeah, son.
You didn't take it.
It's that yellowmouth.
I watched him crush that one.
Really?
I mean, I just saw your rod tip. Just
Yeah. Bing. All right, y'all, there it is. This is, I think this would make a limit for me. But yeah, nice little yellowmouth right here. Just out in the main part of the creek. We're not fishing up against the grass. We're kind of right up on the main part of the creek. Seems like these fish are in the middle part of the water column. Dang. Love those trout eyes. That's awesome.